It is that time of year again, Selection Monday ahead of the WGC Dell Technologies match play.
At the bottom of the hour, you'll see the groups unveiled for this 64-man match play event live as Golf Central starts right now.
Golf Central, brought to you by Titleist.
Some of the headlines to keep in mind tonight: we have the WGC Dell Technologies Match Play Selection Show coming at you at 7:30 Eastern right here on Golf Channel. Jordan Spieth, Rory McIlroy among those will be joining us live.
And how about this? Tiger Woods talks, and he says he's trying everything to get back for the Masters. You'll hear from the 14-time major winner coming up.
And with mounting pressure comes a big change for Kasumigaseki Country Club. The course, slated to be the host golf course for the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, has changed its policy to allow female members going forward. The Kasumigaseki board unanimously voted to change its rules.
For the second year in a row, Austin, Texas is the site of the WGC Dell Technologies Match Play Championship. At the bottom of the hour, we're going to take you live to the Kimpton Hotel Van Zant in downtown Austin for the selection show. And take a look, Little Hurricane rehearsing for their performance that's going to happen during the show. Where's our performance?
And you could say Austin Country Club's first dance was a home run for the PGA Tour's lone match play event on the schedule, so you have to wonder what they'll have in store for an encore. Welcome to Golf Central. George Savarikas, Lisa Cornwell with you.
Yeah, it's a rarity not only on the PGA Tour, but really professional golf worldwide. As a competitor, though, how can you not love the head-to-head battle that is match play? And tonight, the opening round matchups will be announced live right here on Golf Channel. For a preview of what to expect when we take you to the Lone Star State at the bottom of the hour, we're going to go to Cara Robinson, where she's live. Hey, Cara, no vibe yet, but you've been inside. What does it feel like in there?
I have to say, Lisa, good evening to you guys from downtown Austin. The atmosphere is building. Everyone is excited for what is coming up this evening. We are preparing for this bracket special that will reveal, as you said, those 16 groups to tee it up here on Wednesday. We have a live audience downstairs in the ballroom of this Van Zant Hotel. Plus, I'm standing by at what looks like a swimming pool, but I promise you it's more. It is the official player party here to kick off this week's celebrations. I will be speaking to some of the players in the 64-man field as they find out which group they will be playing in for the first 3 days of pool play. We've got some 20 countries represented here, Lisa, 15 major champions and 8 of the 14 winners so far this season. Plenty of star power and a lot to look forward to.
Let's give you a little bit more strength of the field. 64 of the top 70 in the world are there. Who should we look forward to hearing from tonight with you?
Well, we're going to have many of the stars on our set live this evening, including none other than Texas's own Jordan Spieth. And he, of course, knows Austin Country Club incredibly well from his time here playing for UT. Now, he's had one quarterfinal appearance in this event 3 years ago, but he did have to settle for a tie for 9th in his Austin debut last year. We will have him on our set, plus fresh off a tie for 4th at the Arnold Palmer Invitational at the weekend. And the 2015 Dell Match Play champion, Rory McIlroy, will be joining us live, as will a 3-time winner this season, Justin Thomas, and a man who has had 2 runner-up finishes in this event, Paul Casey. Now, that is just a couple of the names from the field that we will be talking to, but we will also have some special guests joining us to help in the selection process, including a couple of fellow Longhorns and major champions. Ben Crenshaw and Tom Kite will be here. So will a proud Texan native, actor Luke Wilson. And Texas's all-time leading passer, Colt McCoy, is back. He can't wait to be involved once again. There is so much to look forward to, Lisa. We will look forward to seeing you at the bottom of the hour.
As will we. A beautiful setting and a beautiful venue, Car. Thank you very much. As she just mentioned, the 64 players in the field will be divided into 16 4-player groups competing in a round-robin format. The top-seeded players in each of the 16 groups are the top 16 ranked players in order of their position in the official world golf ranking after the Arnold Palmer Invitational. They make up Pool A. Seeds 17 to 32 are in Pool B, 33 through 48 Pool C, and 49 to 64 Pool D. Let's take a look at the tournament schedule. Those 16 groups of 4 players will compete in 3 matches each. That's Wednesday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, the winner of each group advances to single elimination rounds. Let's hear from some of this week's competitors about the round-robin format and its role in the week ahead.
I like this format. I mean, you kind of think that you have to win 3 matches or I mean, to get through, which is kind of like what you needed to do anyways before, but at least now you have the option of losing a match and perhaps still being able to go through, or at least having a match and going through.
You're watching basketball last night, and every game means life or death, you know, sudden death. That's what it feels like. I mean, I think there's a little bit of that missing anymore with this, but you know, I understand people want to see everybody hang around for 3 days and watch everybody play. So I get where everybody's coming from.
To be honest with you, I kind of like the old one. You play. If you play well, you move on. If not, you go home. You know, it's kind of tough when you lose. If you lose the first match, you got to hang around for a few days. And I get why they did it, but I like the old one. You lose, you go home.
I haven't had too many chances in both, to be honest. I think this makes more sense for sponsors, more for the, you know, for the crowds, for the spectators coming out and supporting the tournament. I think it makes more sense doing it this way. You know, you get to see the guys for 3 days before the knockout stages. But you know, match players normally, you know, if you lose, you're out, you go home. You know, so it makes it a bit tougher.
I understand the new format because you know they want guys to be able to see guys play more often. But you know, for me, when I think of match play, I think of bracket and think of, you know, win, move on, and lose, go home. But you know, I get where they're coming from on having this format, and I think it's a good format. It's just you know, it's just a little different.
Joined by Billy Kratzer, 4 times the winner on the PGA Tour, to continue the conversation on the format. Billy, it's now year 3 using this round-robin format. Why has it helped some of the biggest names in the game the last couple of years capture that coveted Walter Hagen Trophy?
Well, I think, George, you can prolong your stay, and the better players, the longer they play, they're going to show their skills, and more times than not, they're going to come out on top. And you look at the winners in the last 2 years, Rory McIlroy and Jason Day. Guess what? They were number 1 and 2 in the world when they won this WGC Dell Technologies Championship. And I just think with the new format, it gives them the opportunity to where they're not going to catch someone on a great day, where somebody's going to go out and maybe make 8 birdies. They can survive a loss. And anytime you give a player like a Jason Day, a Rory McIlroy, Dustin Johnson, any of the players ranked in the top 10, you give them just a little bit longer time, it benefits them to further and to get into the knockout rounds.
How much does it change the flow of this event? You play 1 match the first 3 days. If you win it, you have to play 7 total matches instead of 6 like in the old format. Well,
you know, it's match play, and you have to kind of get into that mindset, and I think the players have done a good job of that. We've heard, you know, players agree and disagree, but I think they all get it. I kind of like the format simply because you do get a chance to see everyone playing and seeing how they're playing, and it produces a champion. I've always felt like match play doesn't always produce the best player or the best player that week. But I think with this format, we look at the last 2 winners, it's done its job. So I'm going to go forward and say, hey, you know what? I'm in favor of this format.
The first 2 years, it's certainly working so far. So match play madness almost here, but before the action gets started on the course, of course, you got to check out the live selection show. Find out who will face who. Don't miss the WGC Dell Technologies Match Play Bracket Special. That's next on Golf Channel, 7:30 Eastern, a little more than 20 minutes from now. It's going to be quite the party. Much more to come in the show. Tiger Woods with a national TV appearance this morning. What the 14-time major champion have to say about his chances of playing at Augusta? Does he think he'll be able to give it a go? May surprise you. That's later on Golf Central.
Golf Central is brought to you by Titleist, the #1 ball at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Shipsticks, the largest golf bag shipping company in the world, simplifying the way you travel.